Well, everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and take a look at the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller and compare it against the Nintendo Switch 1 Pro Controller and see which one is the better one for you. Now, clearly the Switch 2 Pro Controller is going to be better. It also looks much more newer than my battered Switch 1 Pro Controller. But at their core, there's just supposed to be, controllers that you can go ahead and sync up with your, Nintendo Switch and basically play those games with. Now, from the top, from the sides, and everything like that, they're both relatively around the same size. So from the front, they basically have the same type of layout. The only difference from the front side that you're going to be able to tell, number one, is that the Switch 1 Pro Controller basically had this black bar at the top, where the Switch 1 Pro Controller has this white bar now. You are also getting this new Game Chat button on the front side of your Switch 2 Pro Controller, where the Switch 1 Pro Controller had nothing here. Then you can also see with the emblem, that has Switch 2, this one has Switch 1 logo. So that's kind of what it looks like, at least on the front side. Now, on the top side, this is something that's interesting. So they have almost the same type of layout, but there's a very big difference here. I don't even know if you're able to tell it. Starting with the Nintendo Switch, they both have USB Type-C ports, both have the sync button, but now our indicator light for our controller being on is now at the top. On the Nintendo Switch 1 Pro Controller, it was only at the bottom. This was something that was very annoying, but now we basically have this type of layout, at least in our controller, which is actually really cool. But you might be asking, well, what's at the bottom of the Switch 2 Pro Controller? Now we actually have a headphone jack instead of our Switch 2 or Switch Pro Controller. The original one didn't really have one as far as I can tell. I didn't even think about that, whereas the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller does have it. So the indicator light now moves at the top, and now we have this headphone jack at the bottom. It also looks like to me the Switch 2 Pro Controller is slimmer. I don't know if that's just me, but it does seem like it's a little bit slimmer to me. On the back side, there's also another big difference. So with the Switch 1 Pro Controller, you can see that it had this standard type of layout. You had the kind of textured feeling here, which some people might miss because it's not there on the Switch 2 Pro Controller. But now we have these two dedicated buttons on the back side. So now we have these two kind of, buttons that we can click on the back side. So we can go and map these to a different type of panel as well, and that is another really cool thing. I also think that the Switch 2 Pro Controller feels a lot better, and the buttons feel a lot better as well when I'm kind of moving around. Like, it feels like a really good type of controller. The Switch 1 Pro Controller I think still is good, it still feels nice and everything like that, but I like the buttons of the Switch 2 Pro Controller. They feel less janky. Even the D-pad feels less janky. It feels like I'm actually clicking on something. And I definitely will tell you, the switch from a Switch 1 Pro Controller to a 2 Pro Controller, it's actually a pretty big difference in my opinion. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there as well. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.